We are Jenny
and Marcos
with Integrity Sports.
We hope that you'll join us on our journey
as we travel around the United States,
going to different sporting events and entertainment venues to give you a perspective on what things will look like during COVID-19.
Father, we humbly come before you and lay this new venture at your feet. Please help us, direct us, and lead us. And Lord, give us wisdom and discernment for every choice that we make in this journey. And please put your hand of protection over us. Lord, our desire is to bring you honor and glory in sharing our life with the world. And Father, may you be glorified. It is in your most holy and precious name that I pray. Amen.
So you're probably wondering what got us to this point. COVID-19 happened. We were just on a basic vacation. We generally try to take a vacation before our busy season of the year, which is college basketball postseason, which is the entire month of March. And so we usually take about 5 to 7 days as a family just so that we can pour into each other and spend really good quality time together. And we decided, you know what, we'll go to California, escape the weather a little bit.
In Illinois, but we entered a storm that we would never have expected.
And it has not been proven. Jennifer started showing signs that she had COVID while we were in California about 5 days into our travel.
It went from nausea and vomiting to 48 hours having a severe sore throat, a terrible cough, and a fever, which ended up causing me to struggle breathing, and I had to take an ambulance to a hospital in California where I was not diagnosed with anything but the flu. But upon returning to Illinois, we found out that my breathing was at 86 and I had bilateral pneumonia.
She endured 3 hospitalizations within the month of February, so she spent about 14 days in a local hospital here in our own hometown.
Really needing oxygen just to breathe. And my coughing was unlike anything I had ever experienced before.
We get into March, and obviously, COVID's a lot more known by that time. When we had traveled to California, there were around 12 confirmed cases in the United States at that time, which was in late January of 2020. And by the time that we hit March and kind of hit our busy season, those numbers began to zoom a little bit faster. Still not quite to a point to where we didn't think things were ever going to be shut down, but they did.
I remember asking you, Marcos, what would life look like if all of sports would get shut down because of COVID-19?
Yeah, and I said, it's not possible. There's no way in the world everything would get shut down. The moment that things started to kind of come down for us was when we were actually working the biggest tournament that we typically support, which was in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And I was home, still sick and recovering. My symptoms lasted for well over a month. Marcos was in North Carolina with our part-time employee. They were in the process of selling our inventory, looking for ways to increase our sales, when the news came across that the entire tournament was shutting down.
We're working a tournament. We had a considerable amount of inventory for this tournament. We were on our way to just running errands, and we just saw at the very bottom of the news feed that they were going to continue on with the tournament, but they were not going to allow fans to come and watch the games. This was a pretty devastating blow for us.
I remember we had a huge amount of lower level seats for this tournament, and it was more than we've ever had in our past. And we also had a huge amount of upper level seats, more than we've ever had. And I remember our employee telling me that all of our inventory was just thrown away in the garbage. And that was something that I can't even imagine that Marcos had to endure. Just knowing that all of his work and planning and time that he spent pouring into trying to grow our business was just being thrown in the garbage.
We knew that things were changing, especially for all of sports to shut down. It started with NBA, and then the NHL followed suit, and then everyone else. Basically, it's just like a stack of dominoes. All kind of fell in line, and everything was shut down. Sports was the first thing publicly to shut down, even before governments began to do mandatory shutdowns with all businesses. So that kind of began the not having a market anymore. Not that we didn't have a business, we still had things to take care of, but we didn't have a market to sell to anymore. And even to this day, we're still not really certain what that's going to look like long term. But we do know that things are opening now. And
yes, we do.
And so we are in the process now of being able to give what that whole process is going to look like, from parking to entering the arena or venue, to concessions, to even being able to buy tickets up at the box office, to how tickets are now going to be managed as far as how you're going to get in, whether it's going to be a printed ticket or a mobile ticket.
And I really wonder, how are they going to do social distancing, and what's going to be required in wearing a mask?
What we do know is that how entertainment will take place is going to change. We're hoping to be able to give you objectively as much information as we possibly can in making the decision whether or not you want to go to an event.
And you may be encouraged to go to an event that your family's never been to before, because we're going to highlight things that are exciting and new and different, and some things that we've never done before. So you are going to be on a journey with us as we are on a journey with you.
We actually really never even watched YouTube a lot. We never subscribed to any YouTube channels ever in my lifetime.
But I remember, Marcos, we were so excited because we decided to go to France for our 15-year anniversary. And we started just watching YouTube videos about Disneyland Paris. We are huge Disney fans and we love Disney. So we wanted to learn all of the information about the parks and what to expect and all the greatest rides. And we wanted to chronicle our story for our children and for each other, for memories. So we actually got our first gimbal before we went to France. We never started any kind of YouTube channel. We never put out a video, as we have been shut down and spending a lot of time at home, as many of you have. We have thought about how special it would be to just start sharing our life. Our life is a journey.
We just know that we're going to start around providing information to you guys in the sports and entertainment world, because one, it's an area that we know it really well. Our emphasis is sports, but how venues are operated are generally all operated in the same way. What we're going to find with COVID and what we're going through as a nation, and what every state's regulations are going to be a little bit different. Every team is going to handle their operations a little bit different. Every venue is going to handle their operations a little bit different. So we just want to be able to give everyone a perspective of what this is going to look like coming ahead, and we think that this could possibly venture into sharing parts of our life with you. So we really don't know what this is going to look like entirely, and we're looking forward to what we are able to share with you.
I just know that as things open up, it's going to be necessary for us to be just quick planners and be able to be flexible with our time. We'll see what kind of way we'll see which way we need to travel to these events, and we will be excited to share that with you. We're hoping that maybe our kiddos can go with us to some of these places. and be a part of this adventure with us. So Marcos, how are we gonna make all this happen?
Well, I did buy some stuff. It's gonna appear in 3, 2, 1. Crazy. All right, so got a bunch of goodies, right? My goodness.
There you go.
There it goes.
We have
All right.
scissors. What is that?
So this is a shotgun microphone.
This video we're doing is without a shotgun mic.
What we'll do is we'll do a shotgun
This-
mic right now.
Really cool shotgun mic.
We're gonna hook this up to the camera right now and see what it does
Good idea.
to change the sound quality. How does that sound? It should sound a lot better now.
Wow. Why did we end up getting the third version of the Osmo?
It's significantly smaller than the Osmo 2.
This is an Osmo Pocket. This is super small.
This is a gimbal for a cell phone. This is a gimbal that already has a built-in camera already and a built-in screen. So this is the DJI Mavic Mini. It's about the size of a cell phone. Number 2, there's something that's really, really important. It's 249 grams. This isn't a way bag. No, here, pull that.
This
There you
is
go.
super light.
So, hope you liked the video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up at the very, very bottom of the screen. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching. We're out. I don't really know what to say. I don't know. You know what to say?
We are Jenny.
Gosh, the names. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
All right. Brandy,
Dog.
just hold. You're gonna have to hold her. Isaac's gonna have to hold her. I know, but Isaac's gonna have to hold her. No, stop, dog. Get out of here.
We are Integrity.
We are Integrity Sports. No, you're Jenny and I'm Marcus, right? All right.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
We are Jenny
And Marcos.
with Integrity Sports.
Judah's right at the stairs and he's gonna drive me crazy. Judah, no, honey, come on.
I took a shortcut.
Come on, this way. Come on.
I took a shortcut.
I tell ya. Oh my gosh, this is so much harder than it looks.